I'm a fat old black ass nigga. Looks matter. They matter. I just turned 40 this past March, and one of my biggest regrets is not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters in this world. I'm a fat old black ass nigga.
How you start a video like that?
Do looks actually matters in our society right now? So guys, a 40 years old man came out to talk about his looks. So let's dive into this video. For me, I'll give my own opinion at the end of the video. First, we are going to listen to the guy, and also some people came out to give their opinion about this guy. Should I call him guy? This man. Let's dive into this video.
I'm a fat old black ass nigga. Looks matter. They matter. I just turned 40 this past March, and one of my biggest regrets is not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters in this world. Human beings are naturally superficial. It's a part of our biology. It's ingrained in us. We can't help it. We are biased toward treating people who look good better. It's just the facts of life. The faster you realize this and the faster you accept this, the better off you will be in the long run. There are a lot of aspects about yourself that you can't change, but the ones that you can, change them as quickly as possible while you are still young and you have the energy, the flexibility, the agility, the time, and the resources to really work on yourself and your appearance. I'm working on my stuff right now as we speak. I've had a number of health setbacks over the years, but I can tell you that getting on social media and seeing all the reactions that I have gotten to my appearance, not that it has had a psychological impact on me in a way, because I'm fundamentally aware of the fact that, I'm overweight, but I think for me, it was kind of bittersweet just seeing the reaction, because it's like, you just realize that as human beings, we just can't help but to be judgmental and to be superficial. And there's no use in trying to fight that. And if you really want to mitigate the stress of constantly worrying about your appearance, work on it. Because it is a fixable issue for most people. For the vast majority of people, it's fixable. You just got to work on it. You just got to take the time, sit down, do your due diligence, and put in the time and effort to really work on your appearance and how you want others to perceive you. Physically, that is. Now, your personality, it's a whole different story. I'm only talking about looks in this particular context. So that being said, if you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, while you still have the energy, while you still have the time, because you may not have kids and a wife yet, please work on yourself. And even after you have kids and a wife, still work on yourself. Work on yourself. Keep up with your appearances, because people are going to judge you whether you want them to or not. So it's just facts of life. There's no use in complaining about it. There's no use in trying to, make videos on TikTok, trying to get other people to, rally against, body shaming, or we got to be more blah, blah, blah. No, just stop. There's no point. It is what it is. Looks matter.
Now, there's some truth to that. As a good-looking man, a handsome man, I think, not the best-looking man, but what more? There's nothing wrong with keeping yourself up being clean, keeping yourself cut, clean, smell good. You should be taught that. Look your best to be marketable. But the true value is who a person is and what they bring to the table. Their worth ethic, their consideration for others, their love for people, their respect, their sacrifice. All those things are more important in the long run, because your looks will go away. They will fade. Some people slower than others, but they will fade. Looks matter. They're just a part of the picture. But the person and what they bring to the table in life, professionally, personally, is way more important.
That guy's 40, dropping jewels to potentially a generation that is the most affected by physical appearance dissatisfaction and body dysmorphia. And he's saying it like, I never knew. Motherfucker, he's 40. I'm 36. I always knew looks mattered. That's why my grades dropped between 4th and 6th grade, because I realized I'm one of the cute boys. Y'all just like me. I'm shy, so I don't know what to do with it. But my grades went, yoop. I would say they went like that, but they went, yoop. But that's why half of the self-help books are how to change your life, how to declutter your life, fix your life. And the other half are how to accept your fucked up, cluttered life. Because there's some things you can't change, and bone structure is one of them. But y'all are fine. Y'all are all fine.
Matter.
I agree. You would react completely different to a 10 out of 10 versus someone that looks like they snuck on Earth, and that's a fact. Even if an 8 out of 10 asks you a question, you receive them with all smiles, you mess around, crack some jokes, you even start oversharing. But now let the creature ask you a question. All of a sudden, all your responses are one word, you start to get aggravated, agitated, and on a bad day, you accuse them of harassment. When you look good or are an attractive person, people automatically think you're good at things, or you're just a really good and nice person. People have a significantly higher threshold of things that they'll take from a person that's more attractive versus their spooky looking counterparts. When you're attractive, you have to mess up bad for people to start to be bothered by you. But when you're unattractive, you start off on strike 2.5. Like, even if you begin to mess up, people are on your ass. Don't sit here and act like you haven't noticed that more attractive people get more chances. Don't lie to me like that now.
Don't nobody know that shit more than a dark-skinned nigga who grew up in the hood. Bro, growing up ugly was like the worst shit ever. That shit make you tough for real. Bro, it wasn't even like the girls just didn't want me. Bro, they went out of their way to be mean to a nigga. Bro, like legit, I'd just be standing there and then they'd be like, ugh, why is you looking like that? I can't help it. I'm just thankful that I had a glow up and that dark skinned niggas in style now. The treatment you get is night and day.
They matter.
Listen very carefully. It's not the looks, it's how you present yourself and how you use either two things, charisma or charm, right? While you're there looking at life at a bleak angle because you think you're fat and ugly, yeah, and looks matter, that's fine. You got rejected. It hurts. It hurts everyone, yeah? But while you're looking at it like that, like I said before in the previous video, you could be what a certain section of women want. Yeah, it's about how you present yourself, and then it's about how you feel about yourself. Yeah, and whether you have charm or charisma, all of those things go together. Yeah, can't look at the world like that because everyone online likes to tell each other they're ugly. See, we've all been taught as children and to adults not to judge a book by its cover, but we're always judging each other and putting each other on trial because we're scared to put ourselves on trial. You just have to believe in yourself, and once you do that, you're alright. You understand? As you can see, my hair ain't on point, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah? And when I put myself together for this summer thing, it's a different me. It's a different set of confidence. That's all. Charm, confidence, believe in yourself, and maybe a bit of charisma. Anyway, peace.
I just turned.
Yes, he's 100% right. Looks matter. As you get older, you realize that. Society said don't judge a book by its cover, but at the end of the day, at the cover most people see. Even in our sales, what you present always matters, right? What people see. When people see you present, that will matter at the end of the day. So we need to start telling people the truth. And if he's telling the truth, looks do matter in a lot of things, and not just in a dating, but you can't get here far, for real. So I'm not lie.
He ain't lying. I'm tell y'all this. Ain't nothing like a black man in his late 40s, 50s, 60s in a body. Honey, you got my full undivided attention. You ain't got to be fine, because I don't like no fine man, but when your body is in order, I can't even lie to y'all, but yes, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. Women too, us too. I'll talk about us later, but a fine fit 50-year-old black man, let's go.
In this society, I agree with him. Looks do matter. People do judge you on your appearance. It is what it is. But I think we're also forgetting where looks can get you in the door, where somebody might treat you better. We forget that looks only take you but so far. Your personality, your attitude, that's going to be the thing that keep you in the doors and keep you with the relationships you have and keep people looking and admiring you based off your look. I say that to say that we put a lot of emphasis on getting healthy and getting better on our looks, which that's a great way to motivate you to start working out and getting your health in line. But ultimately, it's important that you exercise, get yourself healthy and in the right space, because it's how you feel. See, we forget this little key thing that when you feel good, you look good, regardless of how anybody else views you. If you feel good and confident in who you are, you walk around like you look good. And it doesn't matter if somebody don't like your shoes, somebody don't like your hair, somebody don't like your complexion, somebody don't like your style. It doesn't matter, because you ultimately feel good. And it's like you on this high, this natural high that nobody can bring down. And I'm stressing this point because he stresses the looks matters and looking good aesthetically, but the problem is you have so many people who run to go get plastic surgery, who run and just alter themselves, you know, however they can, excluding the actual work of working out and doing the work. And a lot of times these people you will see keep indulging in the plastic surgery and the quick fixes because you get those things done, but it doesn't make you feel good inside. It's only temporarily because you get this rush and this feeling once you see yourself, like, but it wears off. It eventually wears off because it's superficial. It's not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling. So you keep going back and you keep going back and getting more to fill that void that only you being intentional about your health could fill. Because when you feel good, you look good. Simple and plain. Like, me personally, I feel my best when I'm eating right, exercising, drinking water. I don't care what nobody's saying. I feel like I'm a dime. Okay, 10 on 10. I don't care. That's why I walk around and my hair could look exactly how it look, and I wouldn't care if somebody was like, "Oh, look at your hair." Still a bad bitch. Still bad. So yes, everything falls in line. When you start exercising, when you start eating right, you're gonna feel good, and naturally, when you feel good about yourself, you're gonna look good. It's going to project what do they say? As below, so above, as within is without. Let's not forget these key factors. Let's not forget these things. Let's not stress about the looks per se with the aesthetic, because looks and what somebody thinking you look good is subjective. That's another thing people don't want to discuss. It is subjective. Somebody can look at you and think you look good. Somebody else can look at you and be like, you all right. Somebody else can look at you and be like, it ain't. So ultimately, that's why you should be focused on making sure you feel good within, so that you can project that outward, and it'll show because it's going to shine within, throughout, and it's going to project onto everybody else outside of you. So yes, use the aesthetics to motivate you to get up, but really channel and pay attention to how you feel when you start working out, when you start eating better. Pay attention to how you feel while you're doing those things versus how you felt before. Peace and blessings, y'all. And to the 40-year-old guy, I'm 42. Keep going, keep pushing, keep moving. You got it. Okay? And push more on feeling better. Bump other people. Push. Let that be your motivation to feel better. And I promise you, everything else will fall in line. Everything else will fall in line. Peace and blessings.
So I've been seeing this trend here on TikTok where a gentleman that has now turned 40 is telling people, if you're young, if you're in your 20s and 30s, do something to improve how you look. Looks matter. Work on your appearance because people are superficial. Now, I myself am in my 40s. I'm 44 now. And I agree with him in the sense that looks are important. Are they the most important thing in the world? Absolutely not. But growing up, we are told, don't judge a book by its cover. But we also tell people, dress for success. Even the United Negro Improvement Association, founded by Marcus Garvey, he often encouraged dressing well and having good hygiene. This is true for Aaron Q. Dumont, who wrote Personal Magnetism, and many other self-improvement and self-help gurus have often come out and said, work on your appearance. Even there's other, pickup artists that tell men to work on their fashion and their what they call body game, and they always encourage hit the gym, hit the gym, hit the gym. Now, Hollywood has aided and abetted the line of thinking to never judge a book by its cover, but we do it anyway. We always tell people to dress for the job they want, not the one they have. And this is the point where the halo effect comes into play. Now, the halo effect is basically, if you like one thing about somebody, and usually in this case it's being good looking, we think that those people that look good are morally better, or we think that they are very competent when they may in fact be incompetent. So there is that. Pretty privileged as that conversation on the internet has been going around. It comes with its perks and benefits. So looks do matter. Yeah, it comes and they enter the chat, and boy, do they run roughshod on everyone else. Now, looks aren't the only thing, but they are important. Character is important too. Yes, respect for self and others is important as well. A great personality and manners do go a long way. But looks get your foot in the door, so to speak. Without the looks, one may not be able to see your other good qualities, for you will be disqualified before you've even begun. Now, I've looked at the gentleman's TikToks, and he looks like he's on his road to self-improvement, and that is commendable. I think people should be doing it, but not just to look good, but if you feel better, you will in turn face the world a bit better, and you in turn will look better because you are exercising and eating the correct way. Well, you know, that's the way it is. But I'm glad that that gentleman is doing some introspection and some inventory and taking it seriously, which is an inspiration for myself and a note to anybody else, you know. So thumbs up, buddy.
I had to stitch this too, like the good thing. You know, as women, I come from discernment on a lot of things, but also I can't go against what I believe in my heart as well. But men want us to be fit and pleasing to look at, and we've been killing ourselves for years. And I've seen women that finally have given up, and they have put on the weight and making things bigger, beautiful. And I'm not saying that as long as you got the good heart and soul, yes, it is beautiful, but to an extent. You have to take care of yourself and be healthy, go to the doctor, things like that. I am 41 and I'm an avid exerciser. I love to work out, and I do it because it's fun for me, and I love looking good for myself. I love being pleasing to myself. But I would love a man that is pleasing for me to look at as well, and that takes care of himself and is sweet and genuine and's got it all. But anyway, yeah, I like a man that takes care of himself and that is sweet, genuine, and nerdy, and loves to have intellectual conversation and loves to have fun. It is open-minded and is flamboyant and is not afraid to bring that rainbow light of himself out of himself. So yeah, I do agree with that. Guys need to take care of themselves too, not just women. Double sword, I know, but then it's a stupid patriarchy. But hey, it is what it is. They made the rules, we play the game.
Have you guys seen those videos from the overweight 40-year-old bald black guy? And he's talking about how important it is to look good, how looking good is more important than having money, and all of these things. This has been my thought process for years. Your looks are your currency. Unfortunately, we live in a completely superficial world. Do you know when they say your first impression is everything? Your first impression is always going to be your physical appearance. And as much as that sucks, it just is what it is. And that's what I love so much about his videos. Like, he's just real and raw, and he's not sugarcoating it. Right now, I'm on my hot girl walk. I'm making sure I'm getting my 10K steps in a day. I'm trying to lose this weight. And it's crazy because the better I look, the more opportunities I get, the better life is. And that goes for my weight, if my hair is done, does my skin look clear, do I got a little makeup on? And it really boils down to your confidence. When you look good, you're more confident. And so people treat you better, and life is just better.
I used to be very unattractive. I had horrible skin, which I'm working on my skin. And I had an overbite out of this world. It was bad. And as an ugly woman turned into a beautiful woman, looks matter, especially for women. When you are an ugly female, when you're an ugly woman, society will not hesitate to let you know that they think you're ugly. They will let you know that you don't deserve to be in certain rooms. You don't deserve to be conversed with. They will close doors in your face when they see you walking. They will disrespect you, and nobody will have your back because you're ugly and you have no worth, apparently, to be treated and deemed respectful. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how funny you are. I don't care how much money you have. Especially if you're ugly and you don't have the quote-unquote nice personality, you'll be in for a rude awakening. I suffered so much torment because society told me that I did not fit certain beauty standards based on what society says is attractive. Looks are extremely important. They will not keep you in rooms, but they will get you there. Okay, looks matter, period. This is why women get upset and try to compete with younger women, because the looks matter. Take the time to learn how to do your makeup, to learn how to wear hairstyles that suit you, whether they be natural or whether they be some wigs. Learn to do your makeup. If you need to get braces, get braces. If you need to get your teeth whitened, if you need to lose weight, if you need to they matter. They matter. And having been an individual who has been ostracized for being unattractive, you can see the difference when you step into being attractive. You can see the difference of how you're being treated. You see doors being open for you. Doors don't somehow get shut in your face. Elevator doors don't shut on you. People don't disrespect you by calling you ugly or trying to go out their way to let you know that you're not worth anything because they think you're ugly. People will hate on you, especially if you know that you're beautiful. But when they try to call you ugly, it'll never hit the same because you know it's a lie. Looks matter. Looks will get you in the door. Personality, spirit, and heart will keep you in the room.
Look, he said it. I didn't say it. But no, really. I was wanting to stitch someone's video because I also believe what he's talking about. I just don't like when I start the conversation because people are like, yeah, it's easy for you to say because you're fit. You know, you have a physique but this didn't just happen. I've been in the gym literally for 15 years. And the confidence that I have now didn't just happen overnight. I've been exposed. I felt weak. I felt like I wasn't good enough, all of these things. But in reality, the reason why I felt them is because I wasn't investing in myself, in my physical appearance. But when you do that, that's the start. It goes so much deeper than that. You start with the physical parts, but your mental gets better because you're feeding and fueling your brain and body like you need it to. When your body works, your mind can too. It's a self-serving loop. And to go down the journey is incomparable to anything else that you will have in your life. No matter what, you will have whatever degree of fitness that you've earned. It can't be given to you. Someone can award it to you. You can't go to work and buy it. It's self-work, and that helps your self-esteem. And to be honest with you, one of the biggest things that we can do to fight the man is to invest in ourselves, in our physical appearance, and that also means caring for our mental capacity because they, in my opinion, this creator that I'm stitching didn't go into the details about that, but I think that neurologically, when you are confident in yourself and the way that you look, then you pay attention to the details for you to do better and be better and more successful.
We all know personality matters, good heart matters, but let's not fake it. Let's not. The looks is the number one, because if a person that genuinely have a good heart, have a good personality, but don't have a good looks, people are going to turn him down without even trying to know him. You understand? But when that person has this looks, you know, this body, everything is banging, everybody wants to be friends with that person. And sometimes you get close to that person, you realize that person has a good personality, a good character, a good heart. But sometimes you go close to that person, they don't have good personality, they don't have good character. But the people that don't have good looks, you go to them, you say, okay, let me know this person. And you will find out that the looks is just the looks. They are really, really pure and beautiful souls. So nobody should come and tell me looks does not matter. It matters. I remember back then when I was going to school, there was this girl. She was so beautiful. Even me, I admit that the girl was beautiful. She was so pretty. She has this body, she has everything. And all the guys back then in school, they were all rushing after the girl. And the funny thing, that girl, she didn't have a good personality. You know, sometimes when they feel that they are so beautiful, when they have these looks, they don't have good personality. I don't know, they feel because of their looks. Their looks cover everything. Ladies and gentlemen, your looks your looks does not cover everything. Fine, you have the looks, check. People are going to come to you because of your looks. But when people come to you and they notice you have this bad personality and bad character, they are going to leave you and go for somebody that does not have the look. So if you are out there, like he said, he's trying to build build himself. That's what you need to do. For me, that guy looks good. He looks good. Maybe he's a little bit, you know, chubby. He just have to work on himself, and he's going to be. He has the face. All you need to do is to work on his body. So even if you are not beautiful, just be yourself. Just work on yourself. That is all. Work on yourself. Do not care what anybody say about you. But the problem is the world is full of hate. The world is full of evil. The humanity in this world is gone. People are quick to judge. People are quick to call you names. People are quick to call you fat. People are quick to call you ugly. People don't care about your emotions. But hey, just forget about them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not hesitate to leave your comment in the comment section to tell us if looks matter for you. What do you think? Looks, personality, or good heart? Which one do you think matters a lot? Okay guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye y'all.